The research is clear. Bad is stronger than good. Bad overrides good. If you have both good and bad events that unfold in your day, that unfold in your life, you're going to remember, recall, and ruminate on the negative. Why do we do this, and is there anything we can do about that? Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday, where I share all things positive psychology, which is the science of happiness and well-being. So today I want to share with you the results from clinical trial after clinical trial of one particular positive psychology intervention that in less than 10 minutes a day you can use in your own life to override the negative and increase lasting happiness in your life. I also created a free workbook that you can download if you'd like to try this positive psychology intervention out in your own life. So let's go ahead and get started. So why do we do this? Why do we focus on the negative? I bet you've heard this before, but the reason why, you guys, is simply evolution. It is straight up survival. Our ancestors had to rely on this part of the brain that worked really well to anticipate threats or any tragedy that could unfold each day to be able to survive. Our brains haven't quite caught up yet with modern times where we don't have the same level of threats that we did then. Now, it isn't something that we want to ignore. That's survival skills, and those are skill sets that we definitely want to keep in our lives. But I want to share this positive psychology intervention with you today because it's been proven to be able to override some of that negativity bias that we have and focusing on that and all that energy and time that goes with that. Because if you stay stuck in that ice age mentality, you're going to be incapable of experiencing all of these wonderful things that are happening around you because you probably, number one, won't ever even notice them. Or if you do, it'll just be so fleeting you won't remember those. So I want to help you change that. As I mentioned, positive psychology is a science. There's clinical trial after clinical trial of different populations such as healthcare workers, students, military members that used this particular positive psychology intervention called 3 Good Things to be able to increase lasting happiness and help override the negative thoughts. Here's how it works. Now remember I mentioned I did create a journal. It's free. You can download that if you want to use this, or you can use any pen and paper, a notebook. But what you want to do is for the next 7 days, at the end of your day, you're going to write down 3 things that went well and why they went well. 3 good things that happened and why they happened. Now they don't have to be anything big. They might be a meal that you enjoyed that day or a nice comment that somebody made in passing. So you want to write down 3 good things that happened in your day, 3 things that went well, and why they went well. Now the research shows that people had lasting happiness. So even just that 7-day intervention, most people actually continue to do this because it was easy and it felt good, but that lasting happiness has gone on for months after this very easy and short positive psychology intervention. I think the reason people continue to do this is because it's fun. It's a very nice way to end your day recalling things that went well versus sitting there and ruminating on things that didn't. So this is a practice that I've been doing for quite a long time now, I think almost 10 years. Dr. Martin Seligman issued this in some coursework I completed and one of my certifications in positive psychology, and I have been doing it ever since. So one thing I want to share with you, if you'd like to make this a habit, there is a researcher that you've heard me talk about quite a bit here, Stanford researcher BJ Fogg, and he really put habits on the map. And he has something called habit stacking. So for example, what I do is I just have this agenda. So I just use basically a calendar that every single night I place this on my pillow right before I start washing up at night. So I brush my teeth and I wash up every night. That's a habit that I already had. So I'm just stacking this practice on top of that. It's something I just look forward to doing every night. Like I said, I just absolutely love ending my day looking back on it in reverse and recalling the good things that went well. Now also, I have another video if you're someone who's maybe more of a seasoned journaler and you would like to do some additional journaling on this. What I've done, and I mentioned this before on my channel, is I have a practice where I've combined this particular intervention along with a practice by Dr. Rachel Remen. I also have a free journal on that and a video that I will link to if you'd like to watch that next, again, if you kind of want to up your game after doing this particular positive psychology intervention. So I appreciate you guys letting me share this with you, and I will see you next time.